Imagine signing a contract so valuable, so audacious, that it comes with a release clause of 1 billion euros, a figure so massive it could buy a fleet of luxury yachts or fund a small nation's annual budget. Now picture leaving your boyhood club, where your shirt number is not just a number, but a symbol of your journey, and your name is sung by generations of fans. You step into a new world, with new rules, a new language, and the weight of history pressing on your shoulders. This is not just a transfer, it is the beginning of a new era. So, why did Real Madrid pay over £10 million just to accelerate Trent Alexander-Arnold's arrival? And what does this high-stakes gamble mean for both the player and the club? Trent Alexander-Arnold's move to Real Madrid is a seismic moment for global football. It is more than another headline-grabbing transfer. It is a story woven from ambition, legacy, and the shifting sands of football's business landscape. Real Madrid, a club synonymous with grandeur and relentless pursuit of greatness, has always targeted more than just top talent. They seek players who can change the course of footballing history. Think about the legendary names that have graced the hallowed turf of the Santiago Bernabeu. Cristiano Ronaldo, whose explosive power and goal-scoring feats rewrote record books. Zinedine Zidane, the French maestro whose elegance orchestrated some of the club's finest hours. David Beckham, who combined global branding with on-field excellence. Now Alexander-Arnold, renowned for his laser-guided crosses, his tactical intelligence, and his ability to dictate a match from right back, joins this elite group. But this transfer comes with a twist that few could have anticipated. For years, Alexander-Arnold has been inseparable from the number 66, a number that, for Liverpool fans, became as iconic as the player himself. The story goes that he was handed the number almost by accident as a young academy prospect, yet he wore it with such distinction that it became part of his legend. But in Spain, tradition and regulation rule supreme. La Liga mandates that first-team players must wear shirt numbers between 1 and 25, with numbers 13 and 25 typically reserved for goalkeepers. There is no place for 66 in this system. Instead, Alexander-Arnold will don the number 12, a number with its own storied past at Real Madrid. For over a decade, it was worn by the Brazilian left-back Marcelo, a player many consider the greatest in that position in the club's history. Marcelo's 16-year spell at the Bernabeu brought a cascade of trophies, including multiple Champions League titles. By taking on the number 12, Alexander-Arnold steps into a legacy of excellence, and with it, the expectation to write his own chapter. The financial architecture of this deal is as intricate as it is eye-watering. Although Alexander-Arnold could have joined Real Madrid for free at the end of the month, the Spanish giants paid Liverpool a fee exceeding £10 million to secure his services immediately. The rationale? Real Madrid wanted him for the upcoming FIFA Club World Cup, a tournament that offers not just silverware, but the chance to assert global dominance. As Sky Sports reporter Kave Solhekol puts it, Real Madrid's pursuit of Alexander-Arnold was laser-focused. They wanted him for the Club World Cup, not just for next season. That urgency cost them, but it shows how high the stakes are. Financially, the numbers are nothing short of staggering. Alexander-Arnold has signed a 6-year contract, binding him to Real Madrid until June of the year 2031. His annual salary is expected to reach nearly 15 million euros, placing him among the highest earners in European football. Most remarkable of all is the release clause, set at 1 billion euros. Such a figure is less a negotiating tactic than a fortress, designed to repel even the most ambitious suitors. As transfer expert Fabrizio Romano succinctly states, that 1 billion euro release clause underlines just how much Real Madrid values Trent Alexander-Arnold's present and future impact. But as with every great saga, the numbers only tell part of the story. Alexander-Arnold is about to enter one of the most competitive dressing rooms in world sport. Real Madrid's squad is a collection of superstars, each fighting for a place in the starting 11. His main rival for the right-back position is Dani Carvajal, a veteran who has spent over a decade at the club and lifted multiple Champions League trophies. The pressure to perform is relentless, the expectations sky-high. Spanish football analyst Guillem Balag offers this perspective. Trent's versatility will give Real Madrid new tactical options, but he must adjust quickly or risk losing his place. For Alexander-Arnold, the challenge is no longer just about playing football. It is about adapting to a new tactical system, learning a new language, and earning the respect of teammates and fans alike. Meanwhile, Liverpool faces a crisis of its own. It is never easy to replace a player who has redefined the fullback role in the modern game. Alexander-Arnold's unique blend of defensive discipline, playmaking ability, and set-piece genius turned him into a tactical weapon. The club is reportedly considering a move for Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen, a player with bags of potential, but also a very different style. Manager Jurgen Klopp has not hidden the scale of the task ahead, admitting, replacing a player of Trent's caliber is never straightforward. The ripple effects of this transfer could extend far beyond Merseyside, influencing how other top clubs approach recruitment and player development. As the dust settles on this record-breaking transfer, the stakes have never been higher. Alexander-Arnold is not just fighting for trophies, he is battling to cement his own legacy in a city that demands both brilliance and resilience. He arrives with a new name, a new number, and the hopes of millions of Madridistas resting on his shoulders. But will Real Madrid's calculated gamble pay off? Can Trent, no longer just Alexander-Arnold, become a legend in white as he was in red? The answers will unfold in the months to come, but the world is watching. The media spotlight is unyielding, the scrutiny intense. In Madrid, the margin for error is razor thin. Even legends such as Kaká and Eden Hazard, who arrived with enormous reputations, struggled to meet the club's merciless standards. For every Cristiano Ronaldo, there is a cautionary tale. Alexander-Arnold must adapt not just on the pitch but off it, learning Spanish, integrating into the unique culture of the club, and understanding the expectations of a fan base that sees football as both religion and spectacle. Looking to the future, several intriguing scenarios could play out. If Trent adapts quickly, his attacking instincts could revolutionize Madrid's right flank. Imagine a Champions League final at the Santiago Bernabeu, where his pinpoint deliveries find the likes of Vinicius Jr. or Jude Bellingham at the far post, turning tight matches into history-making victories. Guillem Balag, ever the tactical thinker, suggests, Trent's tactical versatility allows Madrid to reshape entire match plans. It's like adding a secret weapon to their arsenal. But the competition for places is ferocious. Carvajal, now in his 30s, is not ready to relinquish his starting spot without a battle. The internal rivalry could push both players to new heights, but it could also create tension within the squad. The challenge extends beyond the pitch, adapting to the Spanish lifestyle, the local media, and even the nuances of Madrid's footballing philosophy. Real Madrid is not just a club, it is an institution with its own codes, rituals, and expectations. Even superstars have faltered under the weight of the white shirt. For Liverpool, the consequences are profound. The departure of their homegrown hero forces a tactical rethink. Will they stick to the attacking fullback model that brought so much success, or will they adapt to a more conventional system? The search for a replacement has already sent shockwaves through the transfer market. Jeremy Frimpong, mentioned as a target, brings raw pace and attacking flair, but can he match Alexander-Arnold's vision and composure? Jurgen Klopp faces perhaps the greatest test of his managerial career, rebuilding a team identity without the player who epitomized his philosophy. This mega transfer is more than sports drama. It is a case study in the intersection of global economics, technology, and brand strategy. Real Madrid's willingness to pay over £10 million for a player they could have signed for free just weeks later is a masterclass in strategic investment. They understood that the Club World Cup, watched by millions across the globe, is not just about lifting a trophy. It is about global visibility, fan engagement, and reinforcing the club's status as the world's preeminent football brand. The 6-year contract, running through June 2031, and the €1 billion release clause send a clear message to rivals. This is a club that plans for both immediate glory and long-term dominance. From a business standpoint, superstar signings like Alexander-Arnold are about more than goals and assists. They drive merchandise sales, social media engagement, and international expansion. The decision to use Trent on the back of his shirt is not just personal branding, it is a nod to the global marketplace, where a single name can become a cultural phenomenon. Football today is as much about digital reach and data analytics as it is about tactics and technique. Real Madrid's approach, blending sporting ambition with commercial savvy, is a blueprint for 21st century success. There are lessons here for everyone. Whether you are a football fan, a student of economics, an entrepreneur, or a manager, this saga highlights the power of adaptability, bold decision-making, and visionary leadership. Alexander-Arnold's journey reminds us that even the most gifted must embrace new challenges to reach their full potential. For organizations, the message is clear. Recognize talent early, invest decisively, and manage risk with both ambition and prudence. In football, as in business, the future belongs to those willing to take calculated risks and adapt to a rapidly changing environment. But let us not forget the human side. Alexander-Arnold leaves behind a city, a club, and a fan base that shaped him. His farewell at Anfield was emotional. Cheers, tears, and gratitude from supporters who watched a local boy become a world-class star. As he himself said after his final game, "I hope that one day the fans of this club will be able to recognize the hard work and everything I've done for this team. There wasn't a second where I didn't think about this team. I've loved every single minute of it. It goes down as the best day of my life for me." The challenge now is to create new memories, to win the hearts of new fans, and to rise to the expectations of a club that measures success in silverware. The pressure is immense, but so is the opportunity. The €1 billion release clause is more than a financial barrier. It is a symbol of belief, a statement that Real Madrid sees Trent as the cornerstone of a new era. Here is a fact for the die-hard fans. The number 12 shirt, now Trent's, was worn by Marcelo for over a decade. Marcelo is not just a club legend. He is a symbol of joy, flair, and relentless ambition. For Alexander-Arnold, wearing that shirt is both an honor and a challenge. Can he match Marcelo's legacy? Can he write his name into the history books of the world's most successful club? The coming months will test every aspect of his character: mental strength, tactical intelligence, and the ability to deliver under relentless scrutiny. If he succeeds, he could inspire a new generation of English players to test themselves on the biggest stages abroad. If he falters, he will join a long list of stars who discovered just how unforgiving the Bernabeu can be. So, what do you think? Will Trent Alexander-Arnold become a Real Madrid icon, or is this gamble too risky? Share your predictions in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the economics and technology shaping global football, hit like, subscribe, and share for more content every week. Thank you for watching, and we will see